Chosen one. Out of 8.2 billion people, only you have this. You were not brought here by accident. And this moment is not something small that can be ignored, because there is something deeply personal unfolding around your life right now that carries a weight you cannot afford to overlook or push aside. There is a quiet calling placed inside your heart that has been growing, even during the times when you felt lost, unseen, or unsure of your purpose. And this calling is not ordinary, because it was given with intention and love by God Himself. Type Amen. If you can feel even the smallest spark inside your spirit responding to these words, it means something within you already recognizes the truth that you are not like everyone else, and you were never meant to walk the same path as the crowd. This is the reason why certain things never fit comfortably in your life, and why your journey has felt different in ways you could not always explain to others. Before this moment passes, gently press like on this video as a quiet act of agreement, because something beautiful is being planted in your life through these words, and your small action carries a deep spiritual meaning that aligns your heart with what God is revealing to you right now. There is something unfolding that is far greater than your current understanding, and it is happening in a way that is both gentle and powerful at the same time. You may have felt overlooked by people or misunderstood in ways that left your heart heavy, but those moments were not signs of rejection from God. They were signs of preparation for something sacred that only you could carry. Type 1111. There is a unique mark on your life that cannot be copied, replaced, or given to someone else. And this mark is not something visible to the world in an obvious way, but it is something that heaven clearly recognizes and protects. While others may chase after approval or validation, your path has quietly been shaped by something deeper, something that does not rely on the opinions of others, but rests fully in the love and intention of God. This is why your journey has required strength, even when you did not feel strong, and patience, even when everything inside you wanted quick answers and immediate relief. You have walked through moments that felt heavy and confusing, and there were times when you wondered why your life seemed more difficult than those around you. But what you were really experiencing was a quiet shaping, a gentle preparation for something meaningful that only you could carry. God has been watching over every step you have taken, even the ones that felt uncertain or broken, and He has been guiding you in ways that you could not always see or understand at the time. There is a reason why certain doors did not open for you, and a reason why some people did not stay in your life, because your path was never meant to be crowded with distractions that would pull you away from your true purpose. There is something within you that cannot settle for ordinary living, even when you try to convince yourself to blend in or follow what everyone else is doing, because your spirit knows that you were created for something more meaningful and deeply connected to God's plan. This does not mean your life will always feel easy or smooth, but it does mean that every step you take carries a purpose that is greater than what you can see in the moment. Even your struggles have been part of a greater design, shaping your heart to become more compassionate, more aware, and more connected to the quiet voice of God. You have been chosen to carry something that requires both strength and softness, something that calls you to trust even when the path is unclear, and something that reminds you that you are never truly alone, no matter how silent things may feel around you. There is a gentle presence that has been with you through every moment, guiding you, protecting you, and holding you, even when you did not realize it. This presence is not distant or cold, but warm and deeply personal, reminding you that your life matters in ways that go far beyond what the world can measure or understand. The truth is that being chosen does not always feel like a blessing in the beginning, because it often comes with moments of loneliness, confusion, and waiting. But those moments are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are signs that something within you is being prepared carefully and lovingly. God does not rush what is sacred, and He does not place something valuable into a life without first preparing the heart that will carry it. This is why your journey has been unique, and why it has not followed the same pattern as others around you. There is a quiet strength inside you that has been growing through everything you have experienced, even when you felt like you were barely holding on, and this strength is not something that comes from the world, but something that has been placed within you by God. It is a strength that allows you to keep going when things feel uncertain, and a strength that helps you hold on to hope even when circumstances seem heavy. You are not weak for feeling deeply, and you are not lost for taking a different path, because everything about your journey has been guided with care and intention. You may not see the full picture yet, and you may not understand why certain things have happened the way they did, but there is a reason behind every step, and a purpose behind every moment that has brought you here. God is not finished with your story, and what you are carrying inside you is something that will unfold in a way that brings light not only to your life, but also to the lives of others. This is not something that can be rushed or forced, because it is something that will reveal itself at the right time, in the right way, according to a plan that is greater than anything you could design on your own. A newly revealed 7-second brainwave method, backed by neuroscience and once hidden in classified documents, is helping thousands activate their brain's wealth setting. People refer to it as the money magnet sound because of how quickly it appears to attract abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. You are not one among many in the way the world counts people, because in God's eyes you are seen, known, and chosen in a deeply personal way that cannot be measured by numbers or comparisons. Out of billions of people, there is something placed within you that belongs only to you, something that carries a purpose that no one else can fulfill in the same way. This is not something to fear or doubt, but something to gently accept and trust, knowing that you are being guided step by step towards something meaningful and beautiful. There are moments in your life when everything feels unusually quiet, almost as if the world has slowed down just enough for you to hear something deeper stirring within your soul. And those moments are not empty or meaningless, because they are filled with a gentle presence that is guiding you closer to the truth of who you are. You may have felt this quiet many times before, especially during nights when your thoughts became heavy and your heart searched for comfort. Yet even in that stillness, you were never alone, because God was right there, holding you in a way that did not always need words or visible signs. This is the kind of closeness that cannot be explained easily, but it can be felt in the softness of your spirit when you begin to trust that there is something greater working behind every moment of your life. There is a deep reason why your heart feels things more strongly than others, and why you cannot simply ignore the subtle emotions and quiet nudges that guide you in certain directions. Because this sensitivity is not a weakness, it is a gift that connects you more closely to the presence of God. While others may move quickly through life without noticing the small details, you are someone who pauses, reflects, and feels. And this allows you to experience life in a way that is both deeper and more meaningful. It may have felt overwhelming at times, especially when you wished you could simply turn off your thoughts and rest without carrying so much within you. But this depth is part of what makes your journey so special and purposeful. There were times when you questioned why certain things did not work out the way you hoped, and why opportunities that seemed promising suddenly disappeared or shifted in unexpected ways. But those moments were not meant to harm you or leave you behind. They were moments of redirection that kept you aligned with a path that was meant specifically for you. God sees the full picture of your life in ways that you cannot yet understand, and he gently moves things in and out of your path to protect you from what is not meant for you and to guide you toward what truly belongs in your life. Even when it felt painful or confusing, there was always a deeper purpose behind what you were experiencing, and that purpose continues to unfold in ways that will become clearer with time. Type 2020. There is something within your spirit that has been waiting for this moment of understanding, something that has quietly grown stronger through every experience you have faced, and now it is beginning to rise in a way that brings clarity and peace to your heart. This is not a sudden change that happens overnight, but a gentle awakening that unfolds step by step, helping you see your life from a new perspective that is filled with hope and meaning. You are beginning to understand that you were never meant to compare your journey to others, because your path is uniquely designed and carries a purpose that cannot be measured by anyone else's timeline. There is a light within you that may have felt dim at times, especially during moments when you felt discouraged or uncertain about your direction, but that light has never gone out and it has never lost its strength. God placed that light within you with great care, knowing that it would guide you through even the darkest moments and lead you towards something beautiful and meaningful. You may not always see the full brightness of it, but it is always there, quietly shining and waiting for you to trust it again, even in the smallest ways. As you continue moving forward, there will be moments when you begin to feel a shift within your heart, a gentle sense of peace that replaces the confusion and heaviness you once carried, and this shift is a sign that you are aligning more closely with the path that God has prepared for you. It will not always be loud or dramatic, but it will be steady and comforting, like a quiet reassurance that you are exactly where you need to be. This is the kind of peace that does not depend on circumstances or external validation, but comes from a deep trust that you are being guided with love and purpose. You are not meant to carry your burdens alone, even though there were times when it felt like no one truly understood what you were going through, because God has always been there, ready to hold your worries and gently lift the weight from your heart. You do not have to have everything figured out, and you do not need to know every step ahead, because your journey is being guided one moment at a time in a way that is both gentle and precise. Trusting this process may feel difficult at times, especially when you cannot see what lies ahead, but there is a quiet assurance that you are being led in the right direction. There is something beautiful about the way your story is unfolding, even if it has not always felt that way, because every experience you have had has shaped you into someone who is capable of understanding, loving, and connecting with others in a meaningful way. Your life is not a series of random events, but a carefully woven journey that carries a purpose far greater than what you can see in the present moment. Each step you have taken has brought you closer to the person you are becoming, and that person is someone who carries a light that will touch the lives of others in ways you may not yet realize. Type 1212. There is a quiet strength within you that is beginning to rise, a strength that does not rely on external approval or validation, but comes from a deep understanding that you are enough just as you are. This strength allows you to stand firm even when things feel uncertain, and to move forward with confidence, even when the path is not fully clear. It is a strength that comes from knowing that you are supported by something greater than yourself, something that is guiding you with love and intention every step of the way. A 7-second brainwave practice, once reserved for select circles and concealed in classified files, has now been made public, and many describe it as the 30-second miracle. Experts say it awakens a dormant brain center connected to wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is taken down from the internet again. You are not behind, and you are not missing out on what is meant for you, because everything that belongs in your life will come at the right time and in the right way. There is no need to rush or force things to happen, because what is truly meant for you will find its way into your life without struggle or confusion. This is the kind of trust that allows you to breathe more freely and to move through life with a sense of calm and assurance that everything is unfolding as it should. You may have felt restless during those times, wondering why things were not moving forward the way you expected, but there was something deeper happening beneath the surface that could not be rushed or forced into visibility. God was working in ways that required patience, gently preparing your heart to carry what is ahead without breaking under its weight. You were never meant to understand everything all at once, because your journey is designed to unfold in pieces, allowing you to grow stronger and wiser with each step you take. There is a reason why clarity comes gradually instead of all at once, because if everything were revealed too quickly, it would overwhelm you and take away the beauty of trust that develops along the way. God knows exactly how much you can carry, and He reveals things in a way that protects your peace while guiding you forward. There were moments when you felt like giving up, when the weight of your thoughts became too heavy and your heart longed for relief from the uncertainty you were carrying. Yet even in those moments, something within you refused to completely let go. That quiet refusal to give up was not your own strength alone. It was something placed within you by God, a gentle resilience that kept you moving forward even when you did not feel capable of continuing. This is the kind of strength that does not shout or demand attention, but quietly holds you together when everything else feels like it is falling apart. Type 1919. There is something within your life that is beginning to come together in a way that you may not fully see yet, but you can feel it in the subtle shifts within your heart and your perspective. This is the beginning of a new understanding, one that allows you to look at your past with compassion instead of regret, and to see your present with hope instead of fear. You are not the same person you were before, even if it sometimes feels like you are still in the same place, because growth often happens in ways that are not immediately visible. There is a deep peace that is slowly making its way into your life, not as something sudden or overwhelming, but as a gentle presence that settles into your heart and reminds you that you are safe, guided, and cared for. This peace does not come from having all the answers, but from trusting that you do not need to have everything figured out right now. It is a peace that allows you to rest even in the middle of uncertainty, knowing that God is holding every detail of your life with care and intention. You may have spent a long time trying to understand your purpose, searching for something that would make everything make sense. But your purpose is not something distant or unreachable. It is something that is already within you, waiting to be lived out in your everyday moments. It is found in the way you care for others, in the way you continue to move forward even when things feel difficult, and in the way you hold on to hope even when circumstances try to take it away from you. Your purpose is not a single moment or achievement. It is a continuous unfolding of who you are becoming. There is something sacred about the way your life is being guided, even when it does not follow the path you expected, because it means that you are not limited by what you can see or plan on your own. God is leading you in a way that goes beyond your understanding, opening doors that you could not have imagined and closing ones that would not have served your highest good. This kind of guidance requires trust, but it also brings a deep sense of peace when you begin to recognize it in your life. Type yes. There is a quiet confirmation within your spirit that is beginning to grow stronger, a sense that you are exactly where you need to be, even if everything is not fully clear yet. This confirmation does not come from external validation, but from an inner knowing that you are being guided with love and purpose. It is a gentle reminder that you are not lost and you are not wandering without direction, because every step you take is part of a greater plan that is unfolding in perfect timing. You are learning to release the need to control every outcome, and this is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of trust that allows you to move through life with greater peace and freedom. Holding on to control may have felt safe at one point, but it also created tension and fear that made it difficult to fully experience the present moment. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you trust that God cares even more deeply than you do, and that He is guiding things in a way that is aligned with your highest good. There is something beautiful about the way your heart continues to hope, even after everything you have experienced, because it shows that you have not lost your ability to believe in something greater than your current circumstances. This hope is not fragile or temporary. It is something that has been strengthened through every challenge you have faced, and it continues to grow with each new day. It is a quiet but powerful force that keeps you moving forward, even when the path ahead is not fully visible. As you continue on this journey, remember that you are not alone, even when it feels like no one else understands what you are going through, because God's presence is always with you, guiding you, comforting you, and holding you in ways that are both gentle and powerful. What once felt like broken pieces are now beginning to connect, forming something meaningful that carries both strength and beauty in ways you could not have seen before. God has been shaping your life with a care that goes beyond human understanding, and every step you have taken has been part of a design that is unfolding with perfect timing. A rare 7-second morning ritual previously hidden in classified documents is re-emerging, and people are already sharing accounts of swift financial advancement. It takes almost no time, yet it triggers a dormant wealth switch in the brain that most people never use. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it vanishes. You may remember times when you felt overlooked or left behind, when it seemed like others were moving ahead while you remained in a place of waiting. But that waiting was never a punishment. It was preparation for something that required a deeper foundation. God was building something within you that could not be rushed, something that needed time to grow strong enough to hold what is coming into your life. While it may have felt like nothing was happening, everything was quietly being arranged in a way that would one day make complete sense to you. Your journey has never been about speed, it has always been about depth, and that depth is what makes your life so uniquely valuable. There is a gentle shift happening within you now, something that feels like a quiet awakening, where your thoughts are becoming clearer and your heart is beginning to feel lighter than it did before. This is not because everything around you has suddenly changed, but because something inside you is aligning with the truth that you are guided, protected, and deeply loved. When this alignment begins to take place, it brings a sense of calm that does not depend on external circumstances, but rests within your spirit as a steady and reassuring presence. This is the kind of peace that stays with you, even when life around you continues to move in unpredictable ways. Type 666. There is a deep trust that is beginning to grow within your heart, a trust that allows you to release the fear of the unknown and embrace the path that is unfolding before you. This trust is not something that appears suddenly, but something that has been developing through every experience you have faced, strengthening you in ways you may not have noticed at the time. You are learning that you do not need to have all the answers to move forward, and that each step you take is guided by something greater than your own understanding. This realization brings a quiet confidence that allows you to walk your path with a sense of calm and assurance. There were times when you tried to hold everything together on your own, believing that you needed to be strong without showing your struggles, but those moments were never meant to isolate you or make you feel alone. God has always been there, ready to carry what felt too heavy for you, even when you did not know how to ask for help or did not feel worthy of receiving it. You are not expected to carry everything by yourself, and you were never meant to walk this journey without support. There is a loving presence that surrounds you at all times, offering comfort, guidance, and strength in ways that are both gentle and powerful. As you continue moving forward, you may begin to notice small changes in the way you see things, moments where you respond with more patience, more understanding, and more peace than you did before. And these changes are signs of the growth that has been happening within you. You are becoming more connected to the quiet voice of God, learning to listen and trust, even when the path ahead is not fully clear. This connection is something that will continue to deepen over time, bringing you closer to a life that feels aligned with your purpose and filled with a sense of meaning that goes beyond surface-level understanding. Type 2323. There is something special about the way your life is unfolding, something that cannot be compared to anyone else's journey, because it carries a unique purpose that belongs only to you. You were never meant to follow the same path as others, and you were never meant to fit into expectations that do not align with who you truly are. God created you with intention, placing within you gifts, qualities, and a spirit that reflects something beautiful and meaningful in its own way. As you begin to embrace this truth, you will find a sense of freedom that allows you to live more fully and authentically. There is also a quiet courage rising within you, a strength that does not rely on external validation, but comes from a deep inner knowing that you are enough just as you are. This courage allows you to take steps forward even when you feel uncertain, trusting that you are being guided in a way that is both safe and purposeful. You do not need to prove your worth or earn your place, because your value has always been present and unchanging, rooted in the love that God has for you. This understanding brings a sense of peace that allows you to rest in who you are without fear or doubt. You may still have moments of uncertainty, times when old fears or doubts try to resurface, but those moments do not define you, and they do not have the power to take away what has been placed within you. You are stronger than you realize, and you are supported in ways that go far beyond what you can see. God's presence in your life is constant, even when your feelings fluctuate, and His guidance is always leading you towards something good, something meaningful, and something that will bring light into your life. There is a future ahead of you that holds more than what you have experienced so far, not in a way that overwhelms you, but in a way that gently unfolds, revealing new opportunities, new connections, and new moments of understanding that will bring joy and peace into your life. You are not meant to stay in the same place forever, and you are not meant to carry the same burdens indefinitely, because there is movement happening, even now, guiding you towards something better. This movement may be slow and steady, but it is real, and it is leading you in the right direction. There were days when your thoughts felt crowded and heavy, when it seemed difficult to find a moment of stillness or clarity. Yet even in those moments, God was gently working within you, helping you release what no longer belonged in your heart. You may not have realized it at the time, but every experience you went through was teaching you how to let go of fear, how to trust more deeply, and how to recognize the quiet voice that has always been guiding you forward. This process was not always comfortable, but it was necessary, because it was shaping you into someone who could carry peace even in uncertain situations. You are beginning to understand that your life is not defined by the challenges you faced, but by the strength and grace that grew within you because of those challenges. Every moment of doubt, every time you felt like you were not enough, and every situation that tested your patience has contributed to the person you are becoming now. God does not waste any part of your story, and He has been using every experience, even the painful ones, to create something meaningful and beautiful within you. This is why your journey feels so different, because it has been guided with a depth that goes beyond what is visible on the surface. What if abundance had always been influenced by a hidden brain signal, buried in classified records and never fully disclosed to the public? This frequency is now creating new pathways, attracting opportunities, and reshaping lives faster than expected. Thousands are already using it to draw wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now, and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. Type 1919. There is a quiet reassurance that is beginning to settle into your spirit, a sense that you are finally starting to see things from a place of understanding rather than confusion. This reassurance does not remove every challenge, but it changes the way you respond to them, allowing you to move forward with a sense of calm that was not there before. You are learning that peace is not something you have to chase, but something that grows within you when you trust God more deeply with each step you take. There is also a new awareness growing within you, one that allows you to see your worth more clearly and to understand that you were never meant to measure yourself against the expectations of others. You have spent enough time trying to fit into places and situations that did not truly reflect who you are, and now you are being guided toward a life that feels more aligned with your true self. This alignment does not happen overnight, but it unfolds gradually, bringing you closer to a sense of authenticity and freedom that allows you to live without the weight of comparison. Type yes.